If you're looking at workouts for professional track and field runners, very advanced runners usually are doing very basic workouts. The only difference between them and a high school runner is just the level of output. They've been training for longer, their genetics are really good, and so their level of output is just going to be a lot higher. If you're looking at some of the most advanced training techniques, one of the most difficult workouts to do is a fly, float, fly workout. You're going to accelerate into your 10-meter fly just like you would for a basic speed workout. Then you're going to hit a 10-meter float zone, and this is the most difficult part of the workout. You don't want to be running this at 100%. Instead, we're looking to run at 93 to 95%. It's a really small window between too slow that you're not really sprinting anymore and so fast that you're really using a lot of energy. If you've ever listened to really good 200-meter sprinters talk about the finesse of running the 200, this is the relaxation they're talking about. You're not at an all-out sprint, but you're still maintaining a really high level of output. And after you get through this 10-meter float zone, then you're going to re-engage into that last 10-meter fly zone and pick it up for another all-out sprint. And so you have this level of high output, relax for 10 meters, which is usually only about 4 or 5 steps for most athletes. And then you're going to get 10 meters of really hard output again. And there's two things about this workout that's really difficult. The first is hitting that float zone. It's really hard to keep running fast and relaxed. And then it's also hard getting back into that 10-meter fly. So I'm going to show you guys how you can run this workout and how I personally set it up, even without a lot of equipment. I'm going to try and make this advanced workout as basic as possible for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is get warmed up, get my drill work in, and then make sure that I'm ready to run. And then I'm going to set up 10-meter zones. First one is going to be my fly zone, and the second one is going to be my float zone. And then I'm not going to time my last fly zone today, just because I'm a little bit short on time, and I just want to show you guys the workout. So I'm going to show you guys how to set up a good timing zone without using timing gates. The secret I do is that I just use my phone to measure out 10 meters, and then I set that up with one shoe on one end, one shoe on the other end, and that's my 10-meter zone. You can use cones, you can use shoes, you can use pretty much anything you have, and then I time every rep using my phone camera. That's super effective because you can get down to about 1/100th of a second, so it's pretty accurate. Worst thing about this is that you can really only do one 10-meter zone at a time. It's really hard to stretch the camera out any further than that without distorting the angle. So if you're not using speed gates, I recommend that you really work on one thing at a time. In this workout, I'm really focusing on the float zone, so that's the only one I'm going to time, but I am still going to run the other ones with the same intent like I would if I was running an all-out timed 10-meter fly. And the setup for this workout isn't as bad as it really sounds at first. You've got about 40 meters to accelerate. You just want to make sure you're at top speed by the first cone, which in this case is just a JBL speaker. You run 10 really hard meters, and then you've got a float zone here, which is marked out by my shoes, and then another 10-meter zone to re-engage and really run hard. That's marked out by my spike bag at the end there. And if we're being honest, from this first cone to the second cone, you don't even have to measure it with any kind of device. It's more there to give your athletes a goal to hit their top speed, and then you want to relax through that float zone and then hit top speed again. As long as you have a decent idea of how fast your athletes are running through that, as long as you're not measuring and reporting these times like they're an actual 10-meter fly, those could be 10 meters, they could be 10 yards. It doesn't really matter as long as they have a chance to get a few steps in at top speed and make sure they feel that speed change between the two zones. The rest and volume for this workout is going to be really similar to any other speed workout that you do. You're probably only going to do 3 to 4 reps, and they're not going to be very long. And the rest you're going to have in between those is going to be a full recovery of like 5 to 6 minutes. So I'm running out of daylight here, but the most important thing to remember with a workout like this, just because you're spending part of this at a relaxed sprint, doesn't mean that it's not still a very intense speed workout. So the following day after this, you should be giving your athletes a day off, a light recovery run, some easy weights, something that might take a little bit of effort, but it shouldn't be a really high output activity. You're not getting max effort plyos, you're not getting a max speed or a speed endurance session. You want to give your athletes something that's going to help them recover, encourage them, go home, eat a good meal, get your protein, get your carbs, and get a good night's rest. This is still a really taxing workout on your athlete, even though there's a portion of it that's run at a more relaxed pace. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe. All those things really help out the channel and help more people see my stuff. So if you like this video, go check out the rest of the stuff on my channel. It's all about sprinting, getting faster, and I hope that you really like it.